Portia Mystique still here with The Hidden Vine, and I am super excited to finally be interviewing the amazing Jessica Smith, owner and founder of M.A.L.H.Y. Jessica, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you for agreeing to be here. Girl, I've been chasing you. But finally, we got you, and I'm super excited. Quickly introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are.
My name is Jessica Smith. I am the founder and president of M.A.L.H.Y. Community Outreach Protective Services, Incorporated. We are a 501c nonprofit here in Southern California. We provide resources and services at no cost, ages 10 to 25.
Cool. Okay. So let's backpedal. I want to break that down just a little bit. So we got the whole nonprofit thing, but tell me exactly what M.A.L.H.Y. does.
M.A.L.H.Y. does is we provide resources and services for ages 10 to 25 for mental health, addiction, love, human trafficking, and youth financial literacy.
Okay. So if you guys can see this right here, M.A.L.H.Y. So mental health.
Yes.
Addiction.
Yes.
Love.
Yes.
Human trafficking.
Yes.
And youth financial literacy.
Yes.
So that's a lot. How did we bring this all under one umbrella? What made you put all these things together?
Well, I saw that there was a big need in the community, and M.A.L.H.Y. is a personal story of mine, and my family went through some challenges with mental health during COVID and human trafficking, and there was lack of resources that were provided in the community. We were put on hold, and when we called for help, we were like, well, we can't help you right now, you have to wait like 3 months. And I started seeing the lack of resources, and I told myself I didn't like that feeling that when you're in a crisis or you need help and you can't get it. So I just put a mental note. I'm like, okay, I'm going to circle back with this. I'm going to try to get the help that my family needs right now. And then once they got the resources and services that was provided to them, I said, I see this gap with this age of 10 to 25 in the community, and I'm going to create something. And M.A.L.H.Y. came to be for like mental health, and then addiction. I was with Salvation Army. I sat at the chair and I saw, what addiction can do to a family and the resources as well. And I said, I'm going to add that to M.A.L.H.Y. And then love. I think love heals. Love, a lot of people need a lot of love when they're dealing with trauma. And I put the L there, and then human trafficking. Again, that impacted my family personally. And I said to myself, a lot of people are not aware of the human trafficking that's happening in our local community. And then I have 25 years of banking experience, so I wanted to do something with youth literacy, youth financial literacy, and I thought that the educational piece was really important to bring to the table.
So you mentioned that a couple of these things affected you personally, specifically human trafficking. Do you want to tell us that story?
Yes. My family, one of my family members was doing an app called Roblox, and Roblox has these chat rooms, and you build and you invite people, and sometimes they're just with friends, and then a friend invites another friend outside, and all of a sudden your friend list goes up. And unfortunately, my family member was talking to somebody that she thought was her age, and they manipulated her, groomed her, and told her to put her location on, so they had access to our home, where her whereabouts were and stuff like that. And they convinced her to take a backpack, and like she was going to school, and take her. And I started seeing the behavior that she was having, and I said, this is different. So let me just kind of see what's going on. I grabbed the tablet, kind of looked at the conversation, and I started seeing that this person ended up convincing her to meet them at the park that day. And that's when I went into action and, called everybody that I needed to call, and they met that person at the park. And were able to find out what he was planning on doing to my family member.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for telling that story. I know you didn't have to, but I appreciate you sharing that with us. So I know that's a huge driving force behind all the work that you do when it comes to human trafficking. Now, for you guys who do not know, just Google search Jessica Smith and see all the work that she puts in. But tell us a little bit about like what you actually do to prevent human trafficking, and what is it that most people in Temecula don't know about human trafficking in the city?
Well, in our community, our kids here are coming up missing. And it's not like how it is in San Diego County, LA County, and San Bernardino County. They have tracks. And if you don't know what a track is where you can actually see the young youth and young adults being trafficked. They're all actually on the street. You can actually see them. Here in this local community, you don't see that. Our kids are actually becoming missing. You see it on Temecula talking about missing. Those kids are the ones that are becoming missing, and then they're going into the trafficking part of, they could be transported to San Diego, they could be transported to LA or high desert. And we're #1 in human trafficking. We're so close to the border, and a lot of people don't know that the trafficking is actually happening on social media. It's not something that is happening visually. It's all in social media type of communication.
So, okay, just so that I'm clear, the trafficking that's happening in our city, you don't see it. It's happening online. But a lot of us, we're all in Temecula Talk. So we see all these young girls that just show up missing. Hey, my 13-year-old, she's gone. And it's likely that they're being trafficked, like you said, because you said we're so close to the border.
Correct.
So it's easier to transport children out.
Correct.
Jesus. Okay. So what is it that M.A.L.H.Y does to prevent that?
Well, we have something that's called the Outreach Program Magnet. We put this magnet on all of the public restrooms. So when they're actually, using the restroom or a pit stop or anything, that people can actually, when they close the door, they'll see the information. And sometimes they memorize the number. Sometimes they have their phone, they put the number in there. And then we get the call saying, hey, I want to get out of the situation, or I'm being trafficked. And we kind of set up the mission of how we can help them. And when we are able to help them, we provide the temporary housing that's with a hotel stay, temporary transportation with Uber and Lyft. We give them food, we DoorDash their meals, we ask them to stay in the safe area where they are until we can do the intake form. We have an intake form that we do. We give them a wellness check. We have a licensed nurse that goes and gives them a wellness check. So if they have some STDs, we can treat them right away. We check their mental health. We have a therapist on our board that will do the intake, see where they're at. And then from that time, we start communicating. We get all that information. And if we need to get the law enforcement involved, or if we need to get CPS involved, or if we need to get, our community partners involved, we do the calls, and sometimes they say, well, we don't have a bed until 3 weeks from now, or we can't take them in right now, or we're full. Yeah. We keep them until they're able to transition into permanent housing.
That's a lot that y'all provide, and we know that's probably super expensive. Which segues right into the thing that's about to happen. I'm super excited in December. Tell me a little bit about the Winter Gala that's coming up.
Yes, this is our annual gala that we do. And this is what funds all of our projects for the coming year for mental health. We give out free therapy sessions, addiction, we help with recovery, job placements, just kind of like a second chance. With human trafficking, this is where we are able to raise funds for our expenses that we have, because everything that M.A.L.H.Y does is absolutely free.
So this gala or gala?
Everybody says it different. So
gala.
However you like.
Gala. So the gala that's happening on December 8th, it's to raise funds for everything that M.A.L.H.Y does for the youth, the whole thing, the whole shebang. Got it. And what can people expect?
They're going to be expecting, some great speakers. We do have a survivor speaker. We have the task force speaking. We're going to be doing a lot of awareness, bringing facts into what's happening in the community and educating our guests of what exactly is happening in our community. How did COVID affect mental health? The aftermath of COVID. No one really wants to talk about. M.A.L.H.Y is a nonprofit that talks about subjects that no one wants to talk about. No one wants to talk about mental health. No one wants to talk about human trafficking. No one wants to talk about addiction. And we bring light to it in a positive way. Yeah. So if someone has an addiction, they don't have to be shameful. They can actually get the help that they need and continue having a positive outcome in their life. And that's what we really want to bring is hope for them to be able to say, hey, you know what? I was here and now I'm there, and M.A.L.H.Y was able to help us.
Woo. Amen. I love it. I know you wasn't preaching, but I felt like you was preaching. Okay. Thank you so much, Jessica. But I want you to let everybody know, how can they participate? How can they donate? How can they help?
Yes. We have a website called M.A.L.H.Y.org. If you go into M.A.L.H.Y.org, there is a page of donations. It has all the different types of ways to pay. You can actually specify where your funds want to go. If you want to go into mental health, addiction, human trafficking, education for youth literacy. Those funds, all the funds go into the programs. So anything that goes in goes out to the programs and to people that are in need. So M.A.L.H.Y's here to stay, and I'm really excited. This is a gap. We are the gap that fills this age group that is not getting the resources and services that they need.
So M.A.L.H.Y.org, M.A.L.H.Y.org. Go there, donate. The gala is happening December 8th. We're super excited. The Hidden Vine is the official media sponsor. I can't wait. Thank you so much, Jessica.
No, thank you for the opportunity.
For all that you do. You're absolutely amazing. And shout out to the Nook for allowing us to film in their beautiful location. Thank you guys so much, and until next time.
Thank you.